Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. If it is your first time here or you are coming across the channel for the first time, my name is Loli Serumwa, and if you are a returning subscriber, you know what it is. Thank you so much for your continuous support. And if you're new and you've not subscribed, please don't waste any more time. Just click on the subscribe button and join our community. Okay, so on today's video, I would just like to wrap up 2022 for the year that it was. So I came across this tweet on Twitter asking, the timeline, what you are proud of for 2022, basically what your proudest achievements were for the year. And it trended for I think a week or two. I would just every day see that tweet popping up on my timeline, and it got me thinking a lot about how the year 2022 was for me personally. I, for one, when I looked at that tweet and I was reading all the great achievements that everyone achieved for the year, I looked at my life, or I looked at the year that 2022 was, and I realized that I didn't buy a new car, I didn't buy a new house, I didn't complete any qualifications, I didn't graduate from anything, I didn't buy any big purchases, or I didn't buy any luxury items. I just did not do or purchase anything that is tangible for me to say this is what I've done in 2022. So obviously that got me thinking that, okay, what did I do in 2022 that I am proud of? What is that one thing that I can say that I'm proud of? And that's what I would like to discuss in today's video. So without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. To give a bit of background for someone that's maybe new on my channel, I moved from Joburg to Cape Town last year, October. So it's been just over a year now that I've been in Cape Town. And obviously that was a big shift for me, coming to Cape Town. Okay, so I've now been in Cape Town for about 14 months. And I've also covered like the January to December year, calendar year kind of thing. And I had to think about, okay, what is it that I'm proud of? What is it that I have done in the past year or in the past 14 months that I feel like was a big achievement for me, even though it's not really materialistic or tangible? And when I sat down and thought about it, the main thing, or the key thing that stood out for me, was just how I had to learn to be by myself, how I had to learn to be alone. So moving from Joburg to Cape Town literally required me to be alone, because I moved this side without friends, without family. And the friends that I do have, it's a very, it's a very small, literally like a very small circle. So one thing that I'm really proud of, I'm proud of how I navigated relocating from Joburg to Cape Town, relocating to a new city without any family, without a large group of friends, having to be by myself, having to be alone. And in a lot of instances, I did have moments where I was lonely. But I honestly, I am proud of how I came out of that, or how I've navigated through that. I'm proud. I am proud that I survived that. I am really proud, because there were months where it was really tough for me, where it was really difficult. If you check some of my old videos, there's a video that I did about how challenging it is for me to be living in Cape Town. And honestly, I'm proud of myself of even just making it out of that, I would call it a bit of a dark space that I was in, a bit of a depressive kind of space that I was in. I made it out, guys. It's December. I'm the happiest I've ever been, and I'm just so proud. I'm proud that I did that for myself. That I was able to take myself out of that. There were obviously people that contributed to that. There were people, there were things, there were a lot of things that I did that contributed to me making it out of that situation. But I'm very proud that I managed to do that. I'm also very proud that I've become more selfish. One, I've become more selfish, and two, I've become more selfish with my time. With the kind of energy that I feed off, or with the kind of energy that I interact with, I've become more conscious about that. I'm proud of, because I've become more selfish now, I'm even more able to do a lot of things by myself. Taking walks, going to the beach or whatever, I going to the gym. I'm doing a lot more things by myself, and I'm proud that I can do it without feeling the need to have someone join me. That was a big part of something that I was struggling with a couple of months ago, or just as I moved to Cape Town, was that I felt like I didn't have my big community to do stuff with, and all of that. So it took a while for me to get to this point now where I'm like, you know what, I'm actually okay. I can do this by myself. I enjoy my own company, right? Like, I now enjoy my own company. I don't mind being by myself. I don't mind being alone or doing things alone. And that is a big thing for me. I'm proud of that. I'm also proud that having moved here, or having done the relocation, it somewhat forced me to stop being a people's pleaser. I think this is probably something I'll dwell into later in another video, but I feel like for the longest time I've just been a people's pleaser. I've done a lot of things just to please the people around me, even if it was detrimental to my own wellness or to my own well-being. And moving here, there was a lot of times where I just had to put myself first. So now I'm able to put myself first a lot more than I was before. And it's taken a long time for it to happen. I'm really, really proud that I'm now able to, consciously put myself first, consciously not do things because I'm trying to please the next person and things like that. I'm more in tune with just what makes me feel good at this particular point. Can I do this thing? Is it good for me? Is it good for the next person? But even if it's good for the next person, if it's not good for me, then I won't do it just for the sake of. Whereas previously, I would literally do anything to satisfy the next person, knowing very well that it's going to be detrimental to me. So I'm glad that I'm unlearning. I'm still in the process of unlearning. I'm also very proud of being able to embrace the changes that have happened in the past year, with me having moved to a different city. There were a lot of changes that were happening, and as tough as it was, I had to embrace it. I had to embrace it and take it for what it is. And I'm proud that as the days go by and as the weeks and months go by, I'm just embracing being in this particular phase in my life where I'm just navigating being far away from my family and friends, and what that means for me. As honestly, as tough as it is, I am embracing that space, and I'm really proud that I'm actually just carrying it through. I'm proud that I've not given up and packed my bags and gone back to Joburg. I am proud that I just every day when I wake up, I just think of, okay, how can I make today better? I'm really, really proud because, guys, honestly, relocating and leaving everything that you are familiar with to literally everything that you're not familiar with can take a toll on you. But I'm just proud that I've been so brave, and I've been brave enough to, carry it forward and to keep continuing whatever this journey holds for me. And I would like to believe that up until God communicates that my purpose here has been fulfilled, only then would I now consider going back to Cape Town or whatever the next move is for me. But I'm proud that I've not quit, and I'm proud that I'm still going on to this journey, and I'm proud that I'm allowing the journey to teach me whatever lessons it is that I'm supposed to learn, to teach me whatever skills that I'm supposed to learn or acquire. I'm proud, and I'm proud that I'm open to everything that's coming with it. And lastly, I am really proud of being present and allowing myself to enjoy every moment, to enjoy each day as it comes, to enjoy. There's so many things that are happening. There's a lot of, on a day-to-day basis, there's just a lot of things that are happening, and I'm just present in the moment. I'm taking it in for what it is, and I'm just proud that I'm allowing myself to do that. It also took a while for me to get to a place where I'm like present in what is happening, because obviously when I relocated and then I was still, trying to find my balance. I was adapting and all of this. I was just I was not like, okay, what's happening? I struggled to be present. There would always be something that I wasn't happy about, or something that I felt like was lacking, and such things. So right now I'm really, really proud that I'm at a point where I can enjoy all the good moments, and even the bad moments, I can take them for what they are and just have a different approach to it. Honestly, I'm proud. It takes a lot. It's not easy. And I'm proud. I'm proud of that. And I think overall, I'm just proud that we made it through 2022. I'm proud that I made it through 2022. I think 2022 for me was probably the year where I met my saddest self, which I'd never experienced before. And at the same time, I met my happiest self. It was like, when I think about it at times, I'm just like, this year has probably been the worst and best year for me. In as much as I was going through so many things that I felt like were literally the worst things I could ever go through, I was experiencing so many new things as well, new experiences. I got to travel to places I never thought I would travel, and those were part of like my greatest moments. And at times I would try to allow the negatives to affect those milestones for me, but I got to a point where I was like, no, I'm going to enjoy the milestones for what they are and just be present in the milestones. And when we have to deal with something that's bad or negative, then we'll deal with it. But I am not gonna allow for the other to infiltrate into the other. So yeah, it was, I don't know how else to describe it. 2022 for me was my worst year and my best year. And going forward, for the new year, I just pray that it is an even better year. And I pray that the lessons that I've learned in 2022, I'm able to just carry through and handle things better, if I may put it that way, handle things better in the next year should I come across challenges. And And I hope that when I have to do this video next year, I can say I bought a new car, bought a new house, or whatever, you know, all those materialistic kind of achievements. I do want them, I do want it for myself, you know. But this year was not the year for that. This year I had to really just focus on myself. I had to focus on just surviving. I had to focus on being there for Lolly, being there for me. And there were a lot of moments where I felt like I was really not present and I was not being there for my family and my friends. But that's also because my cup was so empty, and I literally had nothing to give out because my cup was empty. And my prayer for 2023, honestly, is that may my cup be filled so that I can pour out unto others. Because that was definitely something that was not there in 2022. But at the same time, I'm very much grateful for everyone that did pour into my cup. Knowing or unknowingly, I'm very grateful, and I thank God for the people that did pour into my cup when it was its most emptiest and driest. Yeah, I think that is all for me for this video. Do let me know in the comment sections, what are some of the things that you are proud of. What do you feel like you've achieved for the year? It does not necessarily have to be materialistic, really. It can be anything that you feel like you conquered. And please, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.